My name's Matthew Johnson. I'm a competition economist and a partner with Auxera Consulting. Today we've been talking about barriers to exit in competition policy, which is a fascinating topic and one that's been somewhat neglected by competition authorities and by sort of competition policy research in recent years, which is somewhat surprising, as it's a topic which really goes to the heart of what competition policy is all about. The idea is that the competitive process rewards efficient firms and innovative firms by allowing them to win customers, grow and win market share, and on the other hand, inefficient firms lose customers, lose market share, and ultimately exit the market. And that process overall leads the average efficiency in the market to increase. Now, when you have a barrier to exit which prevents inefficient firms leaving the market or makes it less likely that they exit the market, then that process of driving up efficiency, driving up productivity doesn't work so well and is hampered and potentially reduces the benefits that consumers would receive in terms of the market improving in the way it works. So we explored a little bit about why in many competition cases barriers to exit aren't explored. So we looked at merger cases, market investigations and other kinds of enforcement cases, and part of the reason at least seems to be that barriers to exit are often seen purely as a type of barrier to entry, in that if firms foresee that there will be costs of exit if they did decide to exit the market, they'll perceive that before they enter and decide not to enter. So then it's wrapped up in purely in terms of barriers to entry. However, that only really captures part of the picture, and there's a lot more to thinking about barriers to exit than purely as a barrier to entry. State aid is probably the area where barriers to exit is most in focus, and you see that both in the state aid guidance and also in the state aid decisional practice in terms of remedies that are put in place in state aid cases. Overall, I think this is an area which is ripe for further research, both in terms of the competition economics and law, and also looking across disciplines as well, and looking at research in terms of the impact of different insolvency and bankruptcy laws.